Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Shawnahue99, and thank you so much for joining us here for another episode of VVHL Livewire. That must mean that it is Friday. At least I hope it is, because I've been on vacation all week, so it's been one day for about the past 76 hours. It's been great. And over that time, we crowned a VVHL Season 6 champion. Your VVHL Blue Dragons. Great job by them throughout the season. We're going to be talking about that tonight. We're going to be talking awards. We're going to be talking end of playoff stats. We are going to be talking Season 7 team name and owner announcements. We got everything for you tonight. It's also WrestleMania weekend. This is just, what a great Friday. And you are here with us tonight. We appreciate you so much for being here. And we love you for it. And I know you're not just here for me, because we got the most beautiful group of beauties here with us tonight. Starting off, the one, the only, the Backblast Dan. Buddy, how you doing?
Doing great. It's been a very, very busy week for the VVHL. Hats off to the Blue Dragons for a second consecutive cup win, and hats off to the Dutchmen for a fantastic season and what a run towards the end. Hopefully, spoiler alert, they'll be back, but we'll see what they can do next season too. But I'm just pumped for everything right now.
Yes, sir. We got so much to go over tonight. It is going to be great. That's why, if I'm the voice of the VVHL, we got the brain of the VVHL right here. Mr. BA, Superhero BA, how you doing, buddy?
I'm honored to be called the brain, but I'm going to need some help if I'm the brain. But either way, I'm very, very sad to see the season end. Congratulations to the Blue Dragons. The beginning of what could be a dynasty is in the shape for VVHL. But not only am I excited for the end of Season 6 and all that brings, I'm also very excited for what comes next for Season 7 as well.
Yes, sir. I should say we've got announcements for Season 7 as well. All the dates and everything that's going to lead up. Season 6 ended so great, and the community has been so awesome that I think you're going to be surprised. We're going to be shortening up the off season a little bit, but we're going to be getting into that a little bit later. A little bit of a spoiler alert for now. A man that might be making his stream debut, but is just a beauty in the background and does so much for this league, and you're going to be hearing from him. If you're a rookie, this is the guy you want to know. It's Mr. Fat Man Crying 2. How you doing, buddy?
Doing great. How are you? First, thanks for the invite to come on stream. It is my first stream ever, so thank you. And I want to say congratulations to the Blue Dragons and congratulations to the Flying Dutchman. You played a great series, and I think we do have a dynasty here with the Blue Dragons.
They're certainly making a case for one, that's for sure. It's always great joining a Discord party with Carney, and I bug him about it every time because, you see his name and then you see about friggin' infinity trophies after his name, and it's like, all right now, okay. I don't even have one. It's fine. This is fine. Everything's fine. Speaking of trophies next to their name, this man sure got one. Mr. Wax Poetic. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, I'm doing great. Yeah, I'm a little worried now, actually, that Seti's in here saying that Carney almost has a ring for every finger on one hand. And do you think it's any coincidence that Carney runs Make It Snappy? I'm kind of thinking we might be running into a Thanos situation. So I think somebody needs to shut this down, like ASAP. But no, I'm doing great. It was a great Season 6. I cannot wait for Season 7. I'm kind of weird. Like any game I play, I don't really like the end stuff. I always like starting new characters and doing new things and stuff. So I'm always super excited at the beginning of the season to, take a look at the new teams that are out there, the new ownership groups, go through the whole draft process. Like that stuff's just super exciting to me. So I cannot wait to kick off Season 7. And I mean, all signs are pointing to it being the best season yet. So super excited.
Absolutely. And I don't know if he's going to be able to make it here with us tonight. I know he had some stuff come up, but shout out to Mikey Diesel as well. Congratulations on a great job being the commish of Season 6, our most successful season yet. And just love you, buddy. Great job on everything. I hope we tell you enough, but everybody should be giving Mikey Diesel all the props in the chat every time you see him. The dude does so much. So where do we even want to begin here? I guess let's take a look back at the playoffs, looking at the path that the Blue Dragons had to take, and we started off in the first round in a best-of-7 series where they won the first 3 games, lost the second 3 games, and then went into a Game 7. Gentlemen, what do we think about that Slicer series?
I mean, we knew that Slicer series was going to be tough. Oh my lord, Hawks, you're the man. Thanks for all the subs, but he's
gifted.
Insane.
20 freaking gifted.
I mean, it was a rematch of last season's final. Hoagie always brings it. Collier was just getting back into form. That team was clicking, and man, they had every shot. They came back down 3-0 against the Dragons, brought it to a Game 7, lost that one. Dragons fight through, man. I think as we go through kind of how this all happened, we're going to be talking about overtime and late games and all the dramatics. The Dragons love dramatic wins. That's what they do. And they pulled off a really big one against a very good squad in the Slicers. And yeah, that was a hell of a series.
Yeah, it was an absolute grind. And I think, that was the messaging that Seti was kind of giving the team throughout that series. Hoagie's been there. He's done that. He's been through these types of series. I think we kind of got lucky a little bit with that third game where Hoagie wanted to try to establish, get a win there in that first night. But they were coming in kind of a little cold. They didn't really have a lot of practice. And I think we kind of benefited from that. But, then rolls around Wednesday and it looks like they're unstoppable. Friday or Thursday, we had to, for that Game 7, we had to play our best hockey ever. And honestly, and I'll say it, I said it before, there was a chance. Torch had a 1T. If for whatever reason it just went into the corner, but it was that close. That series was, decided by 1 goal. So I mean, it's anything can happen, but that was a grind. And I'm glad I made it out of that. But I think moving forward, and I'm sure we'll talk about it, but I think that was that was kind of a defining moment for us as a squad throughout the playoffs. That we had what it took to get through a series like that, which looking forward, we needed that in a big way, and I think it helped us out a lot.
Before we go on, I gotta say thank you also to Boss Games TV donating 5 gifted subs. That's 20 from Hawks, 5 from Boss. Thank you guys so much. As always, gotta go through the spiel. Every red penny that we see goes right back into the league. So if you feel so inclined to subscribe with a Twitch Prime or gift a sub, in this case, as we've seen, everything we get goes right back into it. So we appreciate you, Boss and Hawks, you beauties. Thank you guys so much. Moving on into the next series, the Dragons had a date with the Generals and an undefeated line that ended the season with the 1 loss that they had, I guess. Yeah, that was, we played you guys on that Tuesday, and it was T-Mazer, myself, Not Luigi, and Gritty. And back-to-back overtime games, and it really showed why you guys had the pedigree to take home this championship, because all 3 overtimes taken by you guys. And then after the other line comes back and we get a Game 7, it's top line versus top line, and you guys came out on top. But BA, why don't you tell us a little bit about the series as well?
It's another Missy Elliott situation. You all had the Dragons going 3-0 on the first night. You turned it around, like you said. You had your undefeated line, what was considered by many to be the best line, if not clear cut, throughout the season, and they won 3 on their own. And then that final game on Thursday night is really what the deciding factor was, obviously. But there was no real margin for error in this series. These were a bunch of well-rounded players making very well-rounded lineups, and it really just didn't matter who was on the ice. Unfortunately, it was just every single time that the Generals seemed to get close in those overtime games, the Dragons would either catch back up, or they would eventually go on and take the lead. But that Game 7 was the crushing blow. Obviously, it was a fantastic series, and obviously the Dragons, like you said, Sean, have a great way of staying strong throughout a 7-game series. But that one, the way that the Dragons really pulled it out against one of the best lineups that we saw all season long and will not be replicated next season, was really the biggest difference maker. And it was the shocking thing, because that lineup played so well. together on that Wednesday night. So it was kind of what's going to happen on that Thursday. So that's really why that Game 7, even I would say more so than the Slicer series, was so special and so unique.
And after all that, they found themselves in the finals against the Flying Dutchman, a Flying Dutchman team that took down the top-rated Tampa Bay Tribe. A fantastic series there, and they were high-flying coming in. But again, this is where that pedigree shows. And there was a bit of an error play at the end of Game 1, and Kearney capitalized, and then they took it in overtime, just as they do in true Blue Dragons fashion. Game 2, 3-2 for the Dutchman. Sorry, I was trying to hold in a sneeze. For the Dutchman, and then you kind of thought, hey, maybe this series takes off a bit here because this is two high-flying offenses. All of a sudden, Dragons come back 6-5 in Game 3, and then the switch happens. The second lines come in, and this is where there's really egg on my face. Wax and Dan, why don't you tell me about what happened on Championship Wednesday?
Yeah. I thought on paper that our second line matched up really well with that line in particular. Like, obviously, if you want to take a look historically through the playoffs, yeah, they hadn't won a game, but some of those games were really close, and they just kind of got away from them, but they were in most of those games. And I just think that they played such a similar style that if our line could get out to early starts, which they managed to do, that it would be basically using what the Dutchmen do so well against them. And they performed above even what I expected, especially in that first game. I think was a statement game, moving into that second game, which was a lot closer. But I mean, they throughout the entire playoffs, regardless of how they did, they were there. They were supporting us. They were ready to go. They wanted it. And Seti, to his credit, it was always positivity. It was always, what can we work on? What can we do? Let's try to get some scrim games going. Let's work on some stuff. And it clicked at the right time. And, also to that second line's credit, they kind of came in together as a unit that didn't really have a whole lot of time to play together throughout the regular season. So there's always some sort of a learning curve when you're playing with new people to figure out, like, where do I slot in here? Like, do I need to adjust the little things that I do? And it just came together for us at a perfect time. I think Showstopper taking his little sabbatical during the semifinals might have helped a little bit. I think personally for me, and I don't know about Showstopper, but for me, sometimes taking time off from games, I come back a little bit refreshed. I'm not overthinking stuff. I'm playing my game, and everything just seems a little bit easier. And maybe we got a little bit of that, but overall, I mean, the boys played great. Jano stood on his head in net, which we knew he could do. And yeah, I mean, we were able to secure that series. So.
And what a series it was. The Wednesday boys really brought her home. Those were some great games. Looking at the final tally for the Blue Dragons, Kearney led the charge with 55 points, 12 games played, 32 goals, 23 assists. Seti, 13 games played, 23, 28 for 51. Wax Poetic, 12 games played, 10 goals, 29 assists, 39 points. Boss Games TV, 8 games played, 18, 16, and 34. Scub with a 7, 12, 12, 24. Showstopper, 5 games played, 8 goals, 12 assists, 20 points. And on the goalie side of things, a tale of two numbers, really, but those 2 wins next to Jano's name were wins 3 and 4 in the finals, and that brought them home the season 6 trophy, and in no small part to a 10-win, 2-loss, 81.5 save percentage, 372 goals against effort by Wool Tunic, last season's playoff MVP. Is he going to get it again this season? We're going to find out in just a little bit here. But a great job by the Blue Dragons, your season 6 champions. Let's take a look at the stats at the end of the playoffs. Looking at the points leaders, we've got Kearney, as we said, 55 points, leading everything. Stefano with 52, Seti with 51, Crazy Kraut with 45, Dex and Danwitz with 44 and 40 respectively, Wax Poetic with 39, Boss with 34, Torchit with 34, and Meinhardt with 33. Gentlemen, I gotta say, there's a long list of people that went deep into the playoffs there. But how about Torchit? Only played the first round, 9th overall in points at the end of the playoffs. Wow.
That dude just performs every season at a high level. I mean, he puts up points on every team he's on. So, I mean, I'd say it's impressive, but it's not shocking.
No argument there. He did the same thing when he played for the Dragons, just the same.
And speeding things up here a little bit because we got a lot to go through yet. Looking at the goal leaders, Carney topping the charts there again. No surprise, 32 goals for him. Kraut with 29, Stefano with 25, Dex with 24, Torchit with 24, 24 points in one round. My goodness. Seti with 23, Danwitz with 22, Boss with 18, Biz with 17, and Rifle Drum with 16. Looking at assists.
Carney.
Oh, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say Carney is a crazy great finisher. It was just wonderful to see throughout the series that we watched.
Through and through.
Series.
I still remember the one they had against the Slicers in the first round. It was just brought it on the left side, curled it a little bit, top corner with gold, make it snappy. How come my make it snappy doesn't do that? I just fire it into shin pads all the time. Don't answer that question, by the way. Looking at the assist side of things, there you are, Mr. Wax Poetic. Good job, buddy. 29 assists in the season 6 playoffs. Seti with 28, Stefano with 27, Meinhardt with 26, Carney with 23, Dex and Diesel tied with 20 apiece, Hoagie and Ogre with 19, and Danwitz with 18. Your assist leaders. Season
Yeah, really all I had to do was just pass it to Carney. So, it wasn't rocket science for me.
I believe this is the lineup for free assists. Hit leaders. Well, I will say, you never want to say that you're glad somebody didn't make the playoffs, but at least we can have a different hit leader because Jaybird wasn't here this time. But it was Seti, and I will say, and I talked about it, and I talked about it with the boys a little too late because I was thinking back to last playoffs, but he does this thing where he goes from the speedy sniper build. It might not be a sniper. I think it's something else. But all of a sudden, you're staring down a gold truculence player on the other side, and that is when the game changes completely. So, great job alternating strategies, and you can see how much the gold truculence paid off on 135 hits for Seti. Absolutely crazy. Followed by a few other dragons, Scub Daddy and Boss Games, and if you watched Wednesday, all the firepower that the Dutchman had, these guys just threw the body at him, and it worked out so well for him. So congrats to, not only the Dragons again, but a very effective play style that worked out for them on Wednesday. Danwitz with 51, Faircloth with 43. Hey, T Mazer with 41. Shout out T Mazer. Big Diesel with 39. Carney with 36, tied with Dex. And Crazy Crowd in the 10th spot with 33. Staying on the defensive side of things, I think these were probably just it calculating the amount of times you picked me off when I tried to cross-crease you guys. But you, Mr. Wax Poetic, the top spot, 116 interceptions. Great job defensively there. Seti showing both play styles on defense, hitting and stealing that puck. 98 for him. Meinhardt and Stefano tied with 73 apiece. Scub with 58, tied with Diesel. Carney with 57. Dex with 56, Hoagie with 54, and Danwitz with 48. Sticking on the defensive side of things, Wax Poetic again. Good job, buddy. 62 takeaways, top spot. Seti in second spot with 56, Stefano with 50, Carney with 47, Meinhardt with 40, Scub with 39, Hoagie with 38. Shout out Hoagie. Boss Games with 38, DMB Dex with 35, and Danwitz with 32. And our playoff leader, or our goalie playoff leaders. Oh, excuse me, I'm choking on my own spit. Aquino had himself not only a season, but a great first round, and that shows 87% against the Tribe in the first round is absolutely insanity. Great job by Aquino with 87%. Will Tunic, he went the whole way and he still had 81.5%. That man is showing why he is a playoff pedigree player. That's really hard to say. Big Truck with 80. Coronado with 78.4. ISO with 76.4. Aviator 76.1. Gritty, shout out Gritty, 75.5. Shout out Coronado too, I missed that guy. BMAC with 74.3. Mo with a 72.1. And Clutch Cookie with a 72%. Gentlemen, I've been talking a lot here. Tell me about the goalies here, quick.
There was one game where Tunic, I think, had faced triple the amount of shots, and I think it was the final series, and he walked out with, I think his save percentage was still like 90-something%. It was insane, and that was the game they didn't wind up taking away from the Dutchman. I mean, Tunic once again played insane in the playoffs all over again, and we see just a murderer's row of great goalies that we saw play well all throughout the season, and it continued right into the playoffs.
Yeah, not only, I mean, is Tunic just a superb goaltender, and I think that stat says a lot. Obviously, going through the entirety of the playoffs and still having an 81.5% save percentage is just crazy to me. But he's just a rock back there. He's cool, calm, and collected. I mean, I don't know the amount of times I'm super apologetic on defense every time I know I messed up or I missed coverage or I slid too far away or I didn't intercept a pass. It's always, hey, sorry. And his response is always, oh, don't worry about it. Like, it's fine. Like, or, if he made a mistake, it's just as casual, kind of like, I needed to be a little bit closer to the post or whatnot. But he's just so calm. And I can't, even express like what that means to a defenseman who's, going through the things that we went through, game sevens, overtime games. It's just crazy. I'm clutching that controller, and to have your goalie just be like, hey, don't worry about it, and just be so calm, that really has an influence on the rest of the team. So that was just really, really impressive to me. And yeah, Aquino at the top there at 87% had himself a hell of a playoffs for the round that they were in. So hats off to him.
And looking at the goals against leaders here, sticking with our goalies, Aquino, top of the charts there again, a 2.78 again against the Tribe. That is just crazy. Coronado with a 3.43 had himself a playoff. Shout out Coronado. There's Will Tunic again, 3.72. Gritty, shout out Gritty, 4.3. BMAC with a 4.49. Highborn Pigeon, who had himself a great playoff, 4.57. Aviator with a 5.4. ISO with a 5.56. Mo with a 5.81. And Big Truck with a 6.0. Shout out our goalies for the season 6 playoffs. Well, hey, that's the stats done for the season. Let's say we get into some awards here, eh?
I like it.
All right, there we go. Let's start things off here with the best turnover margin award. My apologies, I had this up. One second. Oh my goodness. This is... Stump 12, yes. 159 giveaways, but 114 takeaways and 219 interceptions in 24 games. Shout out Stump for winning the Joe Thornton Best Turnover Margin Award. Clap him in, boys. Hey, I didn't even know somebody had that ready. That was perfect.
You're welcome.
Up next is the Bash Trophy, the Block Shots and Hits Award, a.k.a. the Captain Chaos Award. No surprise, anything involving hits going to Jaybird 04. Gentlemen, if you've ever played against Jaybird this season, you know what the roof of your arena looks like, because that's what you're staring at most of the game.
I'm a D-man. I'm on the floor every time I play Jaybird. On the fucking ice, dude. Every game.
Yeah, he's not so bad.
I adore that trophy.
We definitely claps for that. Well deserved. Listen, that's a new award as well.
Yes, sir. And the Season 6 award for Most Improved, a.k.a. the South Pip Award, goes to Papa Palpatine 79. Had himself a great season as a skater. Normally played goalie, decided to be a skater this season, and really showed growth in his game and really brought a lot of good things. So congrats to Papa Palpatine.
Big time. Yeah, man. It takes a lot, man. It's scary. It'd be like if... I've never played goalie. It'd be like if I just signed up to play goalie next season. And Papa played really well, especially towards the end of the season. He made a lot of people nervous. He scored a lot of big goals. But shout out to Papa.
Yeah, shout out, Papa. We love you, buddy. And I just want to bring up that one time that I needed somebody to join my LFG group, and you came, and we had a great time, and it was awesome.
Shout out Papa Palpatine. Up next, the most goals, aka the Rocket Richard Trophy, or just the Rocket Trophy. I can't remember what it's called. But that goes to the one and only Mr. Crave Dog. Shout out, Crave Dog had himself one hell of a season. I like it. But gentlemen, if you played any games against Crave Dog, you've seen the puck go into your net a few times.
Yeah, I got to play behind him for the last half of the season, and it was an absolute pleasure. He's just such a good dude too. So I'm pumped. It was a lot of fun.
And obviously he's a great scorer, but it's the journey he takes to get to that score that is always more interesting, honestly, just because he is one of the most slippery skaters in the league. It's very entertaining to always watch Crave, one of my favorite players.
If we could only do like some advanced metrics and have like a top-down shot of the ice, and then do like a little path of what path he took to get to the net, it would look like the most jacked up treasure map. Like with score X.
Was it Family Circus? Was it Family Circus where they got the dotted line showing where the kid ran through the backyard?
Yeah.
You need that on the ice. Then it's like into the opponent's bench, up into the second level, back down.
And it's just Crave Dog doing Crave Dog things.
Yeah. Ref, blow the whistle. I don't think I will.
I don't think I will. I'll allow it.
Yeah. And sticking in the category of Crave Dog, we've got the Season 6 award for the most points, the Art Ross Award. Congrats, Crave Dog. Not only putting pucks in the net, but assisting them too in bulk. Enough.
Got any plans to do a VVHL sanctioned trophy case? Maybe start selling that on the store. People can start putting their hardware up there. And,
That's right.
In their home.
Yeah, I'll listen, I know you guys make jerseys and hats and stuff, but hear me out. How about trophies for a bunch of grown men? What do you think?
Yeah.
I'm buying that Bash trophy right now. I love that thing. That was awesome.
You know the John Cena spinner belt, right? Well, I got an idea. Oh, up next, we mentioned him before. We're going to mention him again. Mr. Jaybird04 takes home the Scott Stevens Award for most hits, and he ran away with it. I think he probably could have stopped hitting at week 5, and I think he still would have won it.
Where's the fun and fury in that?
There is none. There is none. Up next, the VVHL Community Contributions Award, aka the Commissioner's Award, goes to Mr. Wax Poetic for contributions to this season and everything you've done, stepping up big in streaming, joining us here not only in commentary but also running the show through and through. And there's a lot of great names that could have won this award this year, so it is one to hold proud.
Much deserved, Wax.
Hey, congrats, buddy. You did a lot this season. Streaming. I mean, you're owning in the 6L. You're always in the LFG. You're super positive. Well deserved. Well deserved, my man.
Well, thank you, community. I dedicate this award to you for making it so easy. It's. I look forward to live wires, look forward to the streams, look forward to the games, look forward to popping in and seeing what you guys are talking about. Look forward to the memes, the jokes, Ogre's poems, love letters to Caustic. It's a joy. It makes me laugh. Love you guys.
Yeah, not only a great addition to the team, but hold on, it cuts off here. Could you paste what I'm supposed to say again?
I sent that to you in a DM.
Yeah.
I sent it to you.
I got the $20. I'm reading it.
He paid the subscription, Sean. He paid the subscription.
I'm sorry.
I want my money back.
Sticking on the sportsmanship side of things, the sportsmanship award for season 6 goes to Super Mariota 15. Congrats, Mariota. This man stepped up huge when things kind of got thrown into disarray for the law firms, and He was in our DMs the whole time, making sure that he had all the rules understood, everything sorted out. The dude's just been a professional through and through, and did the best with a really tricky situation. So, congrats, Mariota. You deserve it.
And in every interaction has nothing but kind and just awesome to really communicate with and learn from. And yeah, I've really enjoyed any time I've gotten a chance to talk and work with Super Mariota. So very happy to see this, and much deserved for all the things he did on the ice and with the law firm as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And now we get into the thick of it a little bit. We've got the Jack Adams Award for Best Owner. And that is going to go to one Mr. JG813. Started off with a bang even before the draft happened. Drafted himself a hell of a team. Finished with the top team with points. And, yeah, was just a professional through and through. Shout out JG. I'll be back in 1 second.
Yeah, shout out JG. He was my first owner, hell of an owner. It was a great introductory season to the league. Nothing but respect for that man. Always puts together great squads. Super positive, super encouraging. Always open to listen to the players and make adjustments if needed. So definitely deserves some recognition there for that. Man, hopping in the streams lately and participating in that. So really appreciate you, JG.
Honestly, this is an award that has been chipped away at probably since draft night or even before draft night with the trade that he made in order to secure a top heavy draft. And since that point, he's just continued to showcase why he's such a phenomenal owner, and not only in the week to week play of his team and structure of it, but also just the moves that he's making.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And hey, why don't we just keep his name in our mouth? That didn't sound right. That sounded a lot better in my head. It's the Best Defensive Defenseman Award. The Rod Langaway Award goes to JG813. Congrats, JG.
And this is a bit of a new trophy. So when you say defensive defenseman, how could you define that a little bit better?
I cannot.
Cool. All right. Fun talk.
No, this definitely is a look purely at defensive numbers. It sometimes is a bit of a. It happens in real world hockey too. When you say best defenseman, okay, well, who's got the most points? But once you take a look at the defensive side of things, takeaways, giveaways, things like that, then you start to get more into what's happening on the defensive side of things.
Perfect. Appreciate it.
Yeah, speaking as a defenseman, I would say, for sure, JG had himself a hell of a year on defense. There was one night I was streaming and I was watching him, and it might have been some of the best games I've ever seen him play. He was just on point, helping to facilitate those assists for his teammates, and he was doing everything right on the defensive end of it. So, he's definitely somebody I've learned from, having played with him previously, and I couldn't agree more with him getting this award.
Mikey Diesel says it's the Infinite Madness Award for the best Infinite Madness, and it goes to JG813. But hey, let's stick with him one more time because we got one more defensive trophy, and it's a clean sweep for Mr. JG. Little known fact, JG stands for George. It is the Top Defenseman Norris Memorial Trophy. Congrats, JG, through and through. Just a clean sweep through the trophy case on this one on defense. A very good job by him. What more could we say? Great owner, great defenseman, and had himself a hell of a season. Let's take a look at the Bobby Clark Award, the best defensive forward. And that goes to Stefano99. And if you just go look at this guy's stats on the website, you'll know exactly why. Gentlemen, tell me about Stefano.
Look what he did in the playoffs. The guy's a stud. He had a really good season last year. I think this season he kind of took a massive step forward Not saying anything negative against his play by any means last season, but he just found a way to score a lot, and he fed his teammates. He really helped anchor one of the best lines in the league, and I think he's looking forward to potentially doing that again.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'll tell you personally, there was a period of time going into the series against him where I was just staring at his stats, befuddled what to do with them. But they work so well in transition, and that was mostly due to Stefano's two-way game, just being able to get those takeaways and push the puck up. Great choice for this award.
And we saw it in the playoffs throughout various series that he was playing as a part of the Dutchman. He made that neutral zone his. That's where this award came from. I feel like not only obviously in the playoffs, but throughout the season, he just made it a nuisance to try to create any offensive consistency every time you played against the Dutchman with Stefano on the ice.
Next, we've got the Frank J. Selke Trophy for the top winger of the season, and it's going to be going to a rookie. Congratulations, Mobsky, for being the Season 6 top winger. Gentlemen, tell me about Mobsky.
I'm sure there's a lot of people on the tribe that could have been in consideration just because of the amount of assists and the amount of goal scoring capabilities that we saw. But Mobsky, I mean, not only can finish just as well as anybody else, but really it's the passing for me that is so impressive, and the way that he's able to distribute, and that whole team really works so well together. But Mobsky coming in was a tornado of talent that truthfully kind of took over at certain points, and honestly, this is very much well deserved. I know I keep saying that, but that is truthfully how I feel about Mobsky, because I was only impressed more and more every time I saw him play on the ice.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's a fantastic winger. I think JG and him have some chemistry built in already. So I mean, they hit the ground running all season, and yeah, I mean, he was a huge contributor to that team. I think, yeah, kind of like what you said. I mean, there's a lot of players on the tribe that were leading a lot of statistical categories. They're up there in there, and Mobsky is definitely one of them. So, congratulations, Mobsky. Well done, man.
Onto the center side of things, our Charlie Conway top center trophy goes to none other than Mr. Crave Dog. Just another trophy for his case. What a season he had. Gentlemen, one of the best shots in our league. What a great season by Crave Dog.
Yeah, he was a stud through and through. There was nothing he couldn't do this season. He helped anchor multiple lines on the Mike Hawks. Super positive. But that man ate this season and put up a whole lot of points. So it is well deserved for him.
It's Crave Dog doing Crave Dog things. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else you can say. I remember saying his name a lot while I was streaming. So that's yeah, it's good for him to get more recognition in regards to that. But yeah, what a player.
What a player indeed. There's a reason he went in the first round, and I can see him. He's made a very good case to go first overall next season. That's for sure. Looking at our rookies, we've got the Rookie of the Year, the Calder Memorial Trophy winner for Season 6 is going to be none other than Mr. O.I. Caustic. Congrats, Caustic. Hell of a great first season, and just a fantastic job through and through. Very well deserved trophy.
Well done, Caustic. There was definitely times throughout the season where OI would take games over. This is definitely somebody that was at the top of my list for this award, just because of how many times he came in and was a problem, and just didn't matter what kind of setup you were facing with Caustic, or you put against Caustic, he could find a way to really make the most of it and either distribute or likely finish.
Yeah, I mean, let's also keep in mind that for most of the scouting and most of the regular season, he had some serious back problems. And you would see that after he would snipe goalies and then clutch his back in agony. So, I mean, once he got back to full health, I mean, there was really just no stopping him.
Mikey Diesel says, called it from the first LFG I played with him. And I got to say, too, I remember during scouting, he was one of the names where we put up there and went, if we could get this guy, I think we could do something really good. And, you hope that the other owners don't think the same thing. And he went, like, right away. So I was like, all right, fair enough. Congrats to Caustic. The next award, and this one I had my eyes on the whole time because there's a couple of really good goalies out there really deserving here. It is the best goalie award. The Vezina Trophy for Season 6 goes to BMAC 24. Congratulations, BMAC. Hell of a season. I mean, you look at the goalie race we had at the end, and no offense to any of the other goalies by any means, but it was Aquino and it was BMAC, and it was just like that really crazy head-to-head race right down to the end, and BMAC came out on top. But shout out to both those goalies and the other goalies that were on the list too. There was a bunch. This league is just blessed with a wealth of goalies, so that's why this award should mean that much more. The best of the best. Congrats, BMAC 24.
This is the award Go ahead, Wax.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, I mean, that was definitely a name that when you booted up into the lobby and saw him in net, you were like, shit, it's BMAC. I mean, he played lights out. He was just a great goalie all year round.
Yeah, this was definitely the award I was really uncertain of who was going to take it because the way Aquino played, the way BMAC played, again, nothing against any other goalies, but those two were really battling, and I truthfully had no idea where this trophy was going to go. But congratulations to BMAC and again to every goalie that was nominated.
And excuse me, the league MVP for Season 6. We've said this guy's name a few times. We're going to say it at least one more time. Goes to Mr. Crave Dog. Crave Dog is your Season 6 league MVP. And like Dan said, great dude, better player.
And a breath of fresh air for that MVP trophy. Crave Dog very much earned this with the way he's been playing pretty much throughout the time he's joined. I think I joined the same season when Crave Dog did, if I'm not mistaken. So been able to watch him throughout the entire time. So seeing the evolution from the rookie that made a splash to where we are now as the league MVP, it's been a fun journey to watch.
Yes, sir. We had him as a general.
I think,
sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just saying, I think regardless, obviously stats speak for themselves, but what you said about him just being a good dude, I think that's kind of what I think propels him, to MVP status in my mind and in my heart. Love you, Crave Dog.
Yeah, we had him as a general for one season, and he was just the best. Like, oh, hey, guys, what's going on? You want me to go score 7? Hey, guys, I just scored 7. Well, that was kind of cool. Like, just a good dude. But that is one half of the MVPs we are revealing for tonight. Just tonight. We've got one more MVP to give away, and that is the MVP of the Season 6 playoffs. And it is going to be going to another Blue Dragon. As you know, Wool Tunic won it last season. This season, it's going to Mr. Carney himself. Carney. For a bunch of guys put the team on their back, but man, when it came to overtime, this guy really was just the bright star that just destroyed us every time. So what a great playoff he had, and he deserves this award through and through. Even
when his bread and butter, that wraparound shot was shut down in certain games, Carney still found a way. And it, I hear a lot of people talk about undeniable when it comes to scoring in Carney. That is a fair word to use.
Yeah, I mean, he had himself a hell of a playoff, and he just always seemed to be that person when we just really needed something to go our way. It was Carney delivering. So yeah, hats off to him. I couldn't agree with that more. I think Tudyk definitely probably in the conversation, but I mean, it's hard to dice up all the contributions that everybody made, but Carney's were just so impactful and so important. And he was always just ready for that moment. And there's no way that we make it as far as we did without him. So hats off, Carney. Well deserved, buddy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And that is on a team of players where there was multiple people that could have won playoff MVP on the Blue Dragons. But he came through on top. So congrats, Carney. Very well deserved. And let's give one more round of applause here for all of our winners tonight. Season 6 was phenomenal. And yeah, I think it's the stories that were told and everything in the end just made it so great. So congrats to everybody that was a part of this season. And as much as tonight is a celebration of the end of Season 6, it is also a celebration of the start of Season 7. Let's take a quick look at the announcements for Season 7 here. Just looking at some of the key dates that we've got going on. The player signups close Saturday, April 27th. Be sure you register. Be sure you sign up because the numbers drive everything that we do. Scouting then begins Tuesday, April 29th. The draft order match stream, if you haven't been here before or anything like that, we always do a WWE 2K style wrestling, all the computers set to 99, and then basically whoever gets pinned or thrown over the ropes, that determines the draft order. It's fun, it's great, you'll love it. We laugh our ass off every time. It's a great time. Scouting then ends Wednesday, May 7th. With the draft night being Friday, May 9th. So we are 1, 2, 3 weeks away from the draft for Season 7. We've moved everything up. We didn't want as much downtime in between seasons because things have been going so well and you, the community, have been so great that we were like, let's just get back into it. Screw a rest week. Let's get right back into it right away. Season 7 then starts Tuesday, May 13th. So we are less than a month away from puck drop on Season 7. The Force Tournament is going to be wrapping up on Wednesday, April 23rd. We do still have, we're going to be taking a little bit of a break, just a 1-week break. Ownership applications are closed at this time. In fact, we'll be bringing you all the announcements for the owners tonight. Season 8 structure is going to be an 8-week season again, running from May 13th to June 18th. Trade deadline will be Friday, June 20th. Playoffs will be exactly like this season was, 8-team format, running 3 weeks. And the season ends at Thursday, July 10th. And then we're on to Season 8. And then we're on to Season 9. And then we're on to Season 10. The VV train don't stop, baby. I'm excited for it. It is going to be great. We're going to talk owners here right away. But, gentlemen, let's talk about Season 7 coming up here. Anything in particular you guys want to talk about?
Oh, man. There's just a lot. First off, shout out to all the award winners. I think the big things for everybody to think about is, from our side, is player applications close on the 27th of this month. So if you're listening, you've played this season, you're not sure if you signed up, go to the sign up links and sign up. If you know of anybody that's interested in playing here, or if you're watching the stream and you want a link, hit somebody up. But that's going to be the hard stop. Scouting is going to be short and sweet and fun. Is a very different season for us from an administrative side. Last season we had Sean. I can't even remember how. Fat Man, are you still in here? How many? We had so many rookies last season, and we had so many of them. I think almost all of them ended up getting eligibility. There was only a handful that didn't. So this season it was an easy decision to kind of bump things up. There's not that much scouting needed because of the retention rate that we have as a community, which is exactly what we want. We've got the best. So it's going to be a very short and sweet turnaround, and we'll be right back to really good hockey very soon. I'm really excited.
Yeah, boss mentioned we've got the trade deadline listed as Friday, June 20th. It's going to be week 6 again. So 13th will be so 1, 2, 3.
And times.
4,
Times.
5,
That's another
6,
thing to
27th.
mention. New season, officially, we're in the era of a 9:15 start time. So no more 9:45. Everything's been bumped up 30 minutes, 9:15, 9:45, 10:15. Those are the new game times as of scouting, which is fantastic. I'll be excited. And a new stat system for next season. We are making the official move to Chillhead. That'll be for the start of season 7. I'm really excited.
Yes, sir. We've committed to Chillhead for this upcoming season and for a few seasons after that. We're going to be with them for a bit. The gentleman that's running it seems like a really great dude. And yeah, it's going to be easier to keep track of our stats. Shout out to the stats team this past season, by the way. My goodness. Those guys were relentless. And I have to throw nothing but full apologies their way because it'll be like 10 after 11. And I'll be like, I'll get it to you right away. And then at 11:45, they message me and I'm like, I cannot begin to apologize enough. They've done it a few times. Hold on. Where is it here? I can never find the chats. There we go. Yes. DBC, Jaybird, Hoagie, all did a fantastic job this season. Hats off to them. Really put in the elbow grease when we had to. Fantastic through and through. But let's say we do something crazy right now and go through who our season 7 teams are going to be. Oh, also, Mikey Diesel wanted me to mention something here. I forgot. With the Sixes and the Nations tournament, I believe in Sixes, the Lava Lamplighters are hosting the Orega Crunchers in a best 2 out of 3 series, whereas the Waxy Pads are hosting the Hose Heads for a 2 out of 3 series. So Sixes teams, get ready for that. That's going to be some good stuff. I've been watching some of that. It's been really good hockey. Nations.
It's been so much fun, man. It's my favorite tournament that we've ever had. I'm really pumped for it to be a league. I am. Whether it's only one night, 2 nights, whatever Mikey decides, it's been a ton of fun, and it seems like everybody's having a good time.
Absolutely, absolutely. And as far as the nation tournament goes, it looks like Brazil is hosting the USA best 2 out of 3, whereas Scotland, go Scotland, hosts Italy 2 out of 3. So congrats to those teams. We'll be bringing you more of that, I'm sure, at some point. But before we get more into that, we got some season 7 teams to talk about. Are we ready, gentlemen? Shall we see who's going to be owning for season 7?
Let's do it.
Oh, let's go.
Sure.
Starting us off, it is going to be 2 gentlemen that I absolutely love already, and I've only known them for 1 season. Mr. Marky Mark with a GM of Not Luigi owning the VVHL Degenerates. That's going to be a fun team, gentlemen.
That was
man.
One. Yeah.
That's going to be a fun team with really good foundation. Those boys are best buds. So I think that they have a good game plan. I know that they play together a lot. And we shall see, man. We shall see. I'm excited for this squad, for sure.
We give a lot of love for the graphics. I think some of us got a sneak peek at some of these things we're going to see. That I adore the logos that we have for these teams. Very excited to show the rest of these, and this is also another great one. A little bit of wrestling love too.
Yes, sir. And shout out Dan and Infinite Madness for doing up all our graphics tonight, making us look pretty. The second team, well, I guess we might as well let them run them back. Why not? I guess it's going to be Seth Kells and Carney bringing back the Blue Dragons for season 7. Can they three-peat? We'll find out in a few weeks.
Can't let Carney get that other ring, everybody. It's bad news for all of us.
Well, at least half of us.
You're right. You can play the odds if you want.
Right. It's up to you.
Nitro, tag me, Shawty99 in Discord, and I'll try and check that in a little bit here and let you know if you're all signed up. Yes,
he is. He's registered. He just needs a tag, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, perfect. Well, there you go.
But I see you there, Nitro. You're all set.
Perfecto. So shout out Kills and Carney running it back again. I love how these logos look a little more rustic, a little kind of rusty almost.
Oh, they look great.
Yes, sir. And guess who's fucking back? It's the Season
cheese
7
skates.
Cheesesteaks, Sad
Oh,
Attorney,
Zach.
and G-Wits back in the game.
Yo, shout out to Sad Attorney. That's one of my oldest friends. It was a fun logo to make, but I'm excited. Hey, man, guy won a cup and then
Bell peppers in there and everything.
and then walked away. You know what I mean? So, I think he's excited to try to get his cup back, man. He feels like he never lost the ship. So, and G-Wits, I think that's a great pairing, and they won a cup together before with the Cheesecakes in their last run.
I mean,
It
based on
does kinda
history,
look-
this is probably our greatest chance to break up that dynasty that the Dragons are building.
Maybe, man.
The,
I'm pretty sure
the logo,
Sekels was on
though,
that team.
The logo does kind of look like local law enforcement's probably looking for that person. It looks like some police sketch artist.
Or
Like
he's undercover. You know what I mean?
that's true.
Really,
I was gonna
really,
say-
really,
Yeah.
I was gonna say, because of the mustache, he is local law enforcement.
Yeah.
he is. He's in a union at a minimum.
Yeah, all right, Narc. Yeah, I don't want your Philly cheesesteak.
Wait, come here, little kid. Let me give you a sandwich.
Here you go. Put this in your mouth.
Put your hands behind your back. What did I tell you? Our next team, they're running it back again. It's going to be Jesse, Jen, and Shock Dust joining him as GM now. Love me some Shock Dust.
Love
dude.
this.
Great on the
This is a
Generals.
great. This is a good team.
This is. Portage had a really good season. They really took it to the Tribe in round 1. Tribe came out on top, but they put on a great fight.
Yeah, did a great job of drafting, especially for his first year doing it. Yeah, I mean, I only see their draft stock kind of rising in the league for sure, going into their sophomore season here. So that'll be a fun team to watch, especially with Shot Dust in there too. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering why this team had the name that it did when they came through last season, but after seeing Jesse Jen's videos, the way that man handles meat, no wonder. They have
Oh man! First off, we're gonna get some Jesse segments next season
Yeah.
for
Please.
sure. We're gonna do it, dude,
I'm
for
gonna
sure.
break my computer by drooling all over it. I can't
That's
stop
right.
watching the videos.
You know what? We'll try. Here's what we'll do. We'll pick a recipe. We'll try to make it. You'll come over. We'll try to make it and see if we can do it.
And if we can't, ChatGPT will tell us what to do.
ChatGPT will always tell us what to do. That's our new savior.
Brisket lasagna with cheese whiz.
Swear to
All right,
God, Sean.
It's better than cottage cheese, I guess.
All of you are banned. That's it. This is fucking banned from the league.
Our next team, this is one of the new ownership groups here too. We've got BMAC going from
Ooh.
net to the front office as an owner. BMAC 24 with Showstopper as his GM, and this is already a formidable duo at ownership.
I mean, BMAC in net, Showstopper, again, one of the probably more underrated players just based on how he performed not only in the playoffs but throughout the season. It's going to be a great team up here. I'm very excited for this team now that I get to see the ownership group. Also, I really enjoy the evil twin brother of Master Splinter as the logo.
Yo, it's right. Tell me, that's right. It's Craig. His name is Craig. He's pissed off.
If
His
I'm
name's
not
Master Craig.
if I'm not doing some announcing, next season where I'm mentioning Michelangelo, Raphael, Leonardo, and Donatello, they're doing something wrong over there.
E-Mazer
Sure.
put
Yeah.
microwave nugget, cheese slice, and ketchup, chicken parm, baby. I swear to God, T-Mazer. That's it. That's it. It's so gross, dude.
Hey, just like Grandma used to make.
Just like a mama used to make.
My grandma hated me. Like, here's your chicken palm.
Oh my god, I'm fading too fast with this shit. You know,
No surprise seeing this team come back. We've got JG and Mikey PT returning with the Tampa Bay Tribe, looking for redemption. This is going to be a fired up team, gentlemen.
That logo's looking clean.
Gets better every season.
It's, this whole thematically, all these logos have a very distinct styling that I'm vibing right now.
yeah,
Looking good.
thanks, man.
So far, we have 2 return teams from season 6, and then obviously the Cheesegates are returning from prior seasons. But that's so far. Always interested to see
Think
the
so?
legacy versus the new.
Mhm.
And I will say to anybody that signed up and didn't get a team this season, it's just because we had such a wealth of people sign up for it, and we, there's only a certain amount of numbers for a certain amount of teams. As soon as the numbers, as the numbers go up, spots always open and things like that. So don't feel too bad. We had so many great people sign up. So I just want to say, if you didn't get a team, I understand being disappointed, but just know that it's there's just only so much to go around.
Yeah, Sean, I'll touch on that also. I mean, we have you're right. It's the spoils of riches. We have such a good and tight community. We're on season 7 now. A lot of people have been here for a long time, and we've never had more applicants to own. So it was a lot of really tough decisions. But definitely, any person that did not get a team, highly encourage you to apply next season. There is always turnover. We try to keep it fresh. We try to keep some things legacy. But yeah, it's again, we're spoiled, and we thank all of you guys, and we appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And guess who's back again? Those Angry Birds. Jaybird 04 and Infinite Madness running it back again. Had some really great playoffs 2 seasons ago. Just kind of ran into it a bit this season. To me, this is one of those teams that just, there's certain teams where it's like they should have made the playoffs, but there's just so many good teams that somebody gets kicked down, And that's kind of what happened to them this season. Look for them to come roaring back.
Yeah, Jaybird, it definitely embodies the angry part of Angry Birds. So good luck with that, everybody.
Yeah.
He's actually not that angry of a dude. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, the way he plays seems like
hey,
he's
man,
hiding
and
something.
Infinite too. Little
I
sneaky.
think I
He's a
saw
little
him in
sneaky
the
sneak
chat.
from the D-man.
I think I saw him in the chat saying, "I'm just angry all the time," or something like that. So,
Yeah.
Like the Hulk.
exactly, but on the ice. We run big truck. Another new team stepping up here, the VVHL Bravehearts with Salpip, aka Takeite, or Salpip. This is why we keep calling you Salpip, because I don't know how to pronounce it. But Salpip as the owner.
Just
and
go
Shayna
back
as
to
the
it.
GM.
Jeez.
Yeah, go.
Just do it already.
Go. But this is going to be a very cool team right from the beginning. Salpip is a top-tier goalie. There's a reason why he has an award named after him. And Jano just continues to produce, and now he's in this ownership group. It's going to be great. A great tandem, I think.
I'm pumped for Sal and for Jano. This is a really good crew.
Finally, a Celtic inspired team. It's going to be awesome. Looking forward to these jerseys.
Oh, it's Take It Easy. Ah, okay.
Did you just tell me you did not just figure that out?
Take it
don't-
easy.
there's
Yeah,
some-
I'll be honest.
Easy.
I'll be honest. So did I. I'm just gonna step up and say I didn't know that's what I was supposed to say either.
Yeah.
I'm also bad with license plates. You know what I mean? Like the obvious ones is like, that I'm not that guy. My wife's like, "How do you not understand what that is?" I'm like, I smoke a lot of room.
Really?
You know what I mean? Like,
Really big Eagles fan, maybe?
absolutely.
Take
not.
it
Eagles.
easy. Take it.
Oh,
okay.
good. Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
Those Eagles. Yes.
He
Those
thought
Eagles.
you meant Philadelphia.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No.
Yeah. Sorry. That's just natural instinct.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Got a defensive posture immediately.
Immediate.
Don Henley. Don't hate me.
I do love.
I don't know
Don
what
Henley.
position Don Henley played, but
He plays drums. He plays the
Fuck that
drums.
guy.
I love how far that went off the rails in such a good way.
Yeah. Let's talk more about old bands.
Yeah.
The young crew around here, they're going to like, who the fuck is Don Henley?
Well, we've got another team returning here. God, I love that logo. It's the Flying Dutchman returning back. Meinhardt and Stefano had themselves a great season at great playoffs. So no doubt they're going to be itching to run it back again this next season.
Loving all these enhanced logos, but also loving the so many returning and legacy teams. It's great to see. And Dutchman started strong last season, finished strong. So excited to see them run it back and make another run.
Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Speaking of returning, we've got Tails and the EK Metal coming back with those Hemmingtown Huskies, a team that just missed the playoffs. I bet they've taken away a wealth of knowledge from what they did this last season. I look for them to return to form and really come out flying.
Yeah, and I think, I think really when we look back at the season that they had, their biggest mistake was that the Husky on their logo was too adorable. So it's good to see that they've corrected that problem. This thing looks terrifying. And I think it's going to bode well for them in season.
It was too fluffy. Too much fluff.
It's too much fluff.
I don't want to fill out the rest of the picture, but this Husky has a cape on. There's something super about this.
I was going to say. And now it looks like he's smiling, and I love it. He's like,
is this dog the superhero we need to take down Carney from getting a fifth ring?
Yeah.
Is this a
Marky
Marvel
Mark says it has
DC crossover here?
If Marky Mark says he went from cute cuddly to full on rabies. Hell yeah,
That thing
dude.
needs to go to the vet.
Yeah, man. Yeah. It's got beautiful eyes though. Straight up.
That's how it lures you in. You get mesmerized.
Yeah, mesmerized and then fucked up.
can't put a ring on a finger you don't have, chomp.
You ever looked into that dog's eyes? It's like the first time I heard the Beatles.
Or Don Henley.
Apparently.
First time I
Fucking,
heard Don Henley.
we're really pushing the Eagles this evening, huh?
Is he the left outside linebacker?
Yeah, he was off ball.
Oh my god.
And another new team we are adding to the mix here, the VVHL Lost Boys, run by Super Mariota with ISO as GM. Like we said, Mariota stepping up huge last season, running the law firm, gets himself a spot with the Lost Boys. Really excited to see what this team's capable of.
Right there with you. Mariota getting a chance to build from the beginning, and ISO has proven to be one of the most versatile players. So when that is one of your starting points for your roster, that's excellent. But also this name there's a soft place in my heart for the Lost Boys movie. So I absolutely love this team already.
Actually, I gotta give love. I gotta shout out to Mr. Gage. Hopefully you're watching. This team was made for Gage, I think 2 seasons ago. And just unforeseen circumstances, he had to take a step away, couldn't own. And we've been trying to find it. And Mikey Diesel was like, dude, because I was trying to, I have a couple of clubs up my sleeve that are just ready. And this was one of them. And he made the suggestion. And I think it was an easy decision. This thing's sick. I love this team. And I'm pumped for Mariota and for ISO. That's a really good combo.
Yeah. I think looking at both those players, it just screams versatility. I mean, ISO obviously capable in net, capable as a skater, and Mariota, we all know what he can do in net, but also don't sleep on him as a skater either. And maybe, he's at the helm now. He can do whatever he wants. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him lacing them up and getting out there and showing everybody else what he can do for sure. But yeah, that's going to be a fun team to be on. Anybody who gets drafted to the Lost Boys, enjoy that. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah, I guess depending on where ISO wants to play, they do have that versatility because he was great in net around. I mean, this is the first time I think we've seen an ownership group that's 2 goalies, potentially 2 goalies. So that would really open things up for them.
I think Bravehearts with Jano and Take It Easy.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot Jano was always playing that. Okay.
Good point. And Jano, hey, don't sleep on him. He can play wing. He can play wing pretty well, too.
Hey, yeah, I always
we'll
thought
see.
he played more. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he's the Jaguar, man.
That is right. That is right.
Love the Jaguars.
That was my Jaguar impression.
Is that a sick Jaguar? Like, oh.
Yeah, he got bit by this rabid wolf.
by
He came down with something.
by a lost boy. How
If
could
they
we
don't show up to the games though on dirt bikes, like every game, just popping wheelies, then something's wrong with that.
Speaking of ownership groups, we had to have back Mr. Hoagie and Buck Neeson, and I see you in the chat there, Buck. Shout out, Buck. Bringing back the Slicers for Season 7, an ownership group that is always near the top of the rankings, and now with an even crazier logo.
And a bigger slicer.
Bigger Slicer every season.
That's how you get to the cup finals, boys. You got to have a bigger slicer. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Talking
also,
about pizza here.
Ogre did do Ogre Scroll rankings for the teams just based off ownership group. I
Yeah.
read through it. It's hilarious. We're going to be bringing you
Yeah,
those graphics
that'll be posted.
shortly.
Way to give spoiler alerts. Jeez,
I
Sean.
had to
Hold
give
up.
him. I thought we were going to read them on stream, and then we were running out of
He's
time,
just
and
so
then I had to message
excited.
Ogre, and I just had to say, "Hey, we
Golly.
might not read it out on stream because we're running out of time." I apologize.
Jeez, Sean.
I am a basket of emotion.
Can't take them anywhere.
Milk was a bad choice.
And that is the
Milk
12
was a bad
teams
choice.
that we have for this upcoming Season 7. Oh my goodness. Let me just get
We're here. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Whew. Well, that was a great end of season stream, gentlemen. Congratulations to the Blue Dragons again. Congratulations to all the ownership groups heading into Season 7. I don't have to own, so I get to just be a player. This is gonna be
Yeah,
awesome.
it's gonna be different. No more admins owning. We're gonna be starting a half hour earlier, and I think it's gonna be end up like 80%. Over 80% of the draft class is gonna be a returning player. That's gonna make a world of difference, and for what these ownership groups are gonna have to do from a drafting standpoint, from a scouting standpoint, and I don't know. I'm really excited for the season. And if you're a rookie, make sure you get your notifications turned on and pay attention to what that man, Fat Man Crying, is saying in the chat. That is going to be your anchor once we get started.
Yeah, he does an absolute fabulous job during scouting. So take advantage of that. Take advantage of those nights where everybody, makes their best efforts to get on and scout as many players as possible. Definitely don't want to miss out on your shot. Yeah, and even past that, even on the nights that they don't sanction, there's still people around. So get to know the people and get talking to owners, GMs, and set something up. Let them see what you can do, and yeah, get ready for Season 7.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. The more eyeballs you get in front of, the better your chances of going earlier in the draft. Show them what you got. Be undeniable. Surge. Everybody just listen to the silence now.
Oh yeah.
Let's wait for you to get copyright strike.
Gentlemen, first of all, congrats to everybody that took an award home tonight. And just congratulations everybody on the season. That was Season 6. Through and through, it was great. Just personally, from myself, the media team has been fantastic through and through. BA, hats off to you. Always Johnny on the spot with the commentary, and very, very insightful. Infinite madness all season with the graphics. The dude has just been a stellar individual to work with. He has done so many good things for us. Wax Poetic, yourself stepping up, doing Wednesday streams, bringing just a bunch of skill to the table, helping us take media to the next level. It has been great through and through. Dan, yourself, again, graphics, being on stream, everything. It's been so great. Mikey Diesel for everything that he does. Again, anytime we get a compliment on the media team, I almost feel bad because we get to do this fun stuff. We get to be on the stream and doing it. It's work, but it's work with a reward. Mikey and Dan and Fat Man do so much in the background that doesn't get seen, that is infinitely more difficult to deal with. So hats off to those three gentlemen. Absolutely killed it this season. Yes, Fat Man crying, and look for him to shine again doing the scouting through and through. He has been a great addition to the admin team. Ogre Whelming for the Ogre Scrolls and everything he's been doing for the media team. He's stepped up. We had JG on stream, Minglewood on stream, Captain Pickle, Dandy Randy, Squad 86, Super Mariota, Brew, and I know I'm missing somebody. I know we had Carney on as well. Shout out Carney in that
JG,
regard.
JG, Carney,
Yeah, big old JG.
Army.
He just said his name so many times.
Army,
yep.
So, just from head of media to all of you, thank you so much for everything you guys do to make the stream what it is. It is fantastic, and we're really excited to bring you even more in Season 7. And one more quick shout-out to that stats team again. Those guys did awesome. Jaybird, Hoagie, DBC, just absolutely killed it this season. So shout-out to those guys. I guess that's pretty much it for the awards and the Season 7 announcements. Gentlemen, let's do a little bit of a round table here. Dan, let's start with yourself.
No, man. Covered a lot tonight. Again, congratulations to the Dragons for winning back-to-back championships. Really hard to do in this league. Near impossible. So we're going to see if they can go for a three-peat, but draft class is rich. If you're a rookie, make sure you get your scouting in. As a new member, you are required to scout with all 12 owners, and that is without exception. Just make sure you're doing it. Make sure you're active in chat. And for our community members, scouting is only going to be 10 days, but there might be some folks like, you know what? I'm going to go primary center. I'm going to go primary wing. I'm going to switch. We've had some folks switch and go play goalie this season or come out from playing that. Make sure, I would highly recommend that you're vocalizing that you've made these changes, whether it's in the chat, reach out to the owners, join their Discords, or make sure you're getting games in and being active. Because I think for players that kind of take that full time off, aren't really playing LFGs, don't really get involved in any of the scouting games, it is a detriment to your draft stock, just with how active the ownership are here, how active the community is. So I'm going to be doing the same thing. So make sure you're still getting games in and you're still joining the Discords, and you're still talking to these ownership groups. We have a lot of new ownership groups, so they might not have played with you necessarily. So stay active. It's going to be a fun few weeks for sure. And we've got the wrap of 6L and the wrap of the Nations tournament. So shout out to Mikey for running all of that. It's super awesome.
Yes, absolutely. And I will say, if you are a goalie, the new system we put in place has been working out really well, where you can select how much you want to play goalie, whether you're full-time, part-time, or no goalie at all. But if you are signing up as goalie primary, you are essentially signing up to play full-time goalie. So if you select goalie primary, but then you put part-time on your goalie thing, you're still eligible to be full-time goalie. Now, if you don't want that, I highly suggest reaching out. We'll switch you to like secondary goalie if you want to play some games out. But we ran into a little confusion with that last season. If you're signing up primarily to be goalie, you're going to have the owners that picked you will have the option to play you as goalie full season. So we'll put out a little bit more verbiage on that, be updating the rule book and everything. But yeah, just be ready. BA, how about yourself?
It's been a great season. The more I'm here, season after season, the happier I am that I'm here. It's been awesome to be a part of this league. I appreciate everybody welcoming me from the beginning, and the more people I interact with, the more great people I get a chance to meet. This media team has been amazing. Gotten a chance to work with a lot of great people. Now I get to say I get to work with the award-winning a media member, Wax Poetic, as well. So happy to say that. Of course. But well deserved again. But just again, thank you so much for this community. Thank you so much for everybody. Just being who you are within the community, because I know I'm not the most active in the chat or anything like that, but I'm always around and seeing what's going on.
He's always lurking.
Yes, from the shadows. Yeah, so I do appreciate everybody in the community, and I'm very much looking forward to another season here with the VVHL. Bigger, better as always, and you guys keep doing this season after season. You kids getting better and better and better, and you set the bar higher and higher. And I don't know what you're going to do for season 7, but I know it's going to be great, and I'm just very much looking forward to this next season.
We're doing cocaine.
Yeah.
Mikey Diesel in the
PCP
chat
impact.
saying, "Not me." Big shout out to Fat Man Crown Team for all the work he did in the tournament. He's a savior. You guys both stepped up huge, man. But yeah, Fat Man, shout out, Fat Man. He stepped up. He should still be here with us, but I think his headset broke, is what he was saying to me. So shout out, Fat Man, if you're still out there. Appreciate the hell out of you, buddy. And you too, Mike. Wax, how about yourself?
What was the question again? I'm sorry.
Just a round table before we go.
Oh, yeah, no, I just wanted to give a shout out to everybody. I mean, I'm just looking through Gen Chat right now. It's just awesome to see everybody giving each other props on, the award winners. Everybody's super excited for, some of these new ownership groups. Everybody but Ogre, that is, but we all know that he has a really hard time expressing himself unless it's in poem form. So just don't ignore him. But no, everybody, it's just great to see the excitement. We've got such a solid group of people in this community, and it just keeps getting better all the time. And I can't. I hope this thing just never stops. It just keeps getting bigger and better. I'm just, I think Marky Mark said it. I congratulated him on getting a team, and I think he ended up just basically saying that he's just happy to be here. Owning a team is just icing on the top, and that's kind of the way I approach this league. Is no matter what happened, I mean, I'm just happy to be here. So it's a joy. It's fun working with all of you guys, having your personalities come through, and all the hard work that everybody puts in to what we all love here. And that goes to even, community members. So they might not have an active role in doing anything specifically, but just being here, being present, responding to people, making jokes, being an LFG, picking each other up when we're down. It's really awesome. And yeah, I love everybody here.
Yes, sir. Very well said. There's not enough time left to throw out all the thanks that actually should be thrown out to everybody in the community. As we always say, we put in the work, but the community is what it is because of its members. And that's why we appreciate the hell out of all of you. And that's why we put in the hard work that we do. It's because we appreciate the hell out of this community, and we love taking it to even higher heights than we've taken previously. So, that being said, it's WrestleMania Friday. There's probably going to be a Hall of Fame ceremony on soon. Everybody go watch that. It's going to be great. But a big shout out to everybody again that made Season 6 what it was. I shouldn't be as gassy while I'm trying to be nice. But to everybody that made Season 6 what it was, it is a list from the ceiling to the floor, through and through, of everybody that put in their hard work. But specifically for this stream, thank you, Infinite, for the graphics. Thank you,
dude.
the awards team, or the awards committee.
Yeah, shout out
put everything
Hatfield,
together. Yes.
Caustic, all those boys. Yeah, Hatfield put a lot of work into it, and he's more or less the league historian now. That man has pulled all the stats for our league from MSO. So big shout out to Hatfield. He's done a lot of work on the back end.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Also, the PA, Fat Man, and everybody that is a member of the PA came through this season multiple times for us. Very appreciated. Can't wait to see who we're going to have on the PA for Season 7. It's always a great group of people. But other than that, if I miss you, just know I am infinitely sorry. There's just so many people to thank, and I thought I had a complete list. But we appreciate the hell out of you all out there for watching. Dan, BA, Wax, thank you for being here tonight with me. Fat Man, thank you for joining us earlier. Shout out Mikey Diesel and Fat Man again for all the work that they've done. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, Season 6 is in the books. Season 7 is right around the corner. Get your scouting in. It's going to be a blast. We love y'all. We appreciate the hell out of you. Thank you, everybody that donated again tonight as well. We'll make sure that money goes to a good home. My blackjack addiction.
That's the new one. Huh?
That's the new one, yeah. I don't know how it helps.
Hit me. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Hit me.
I also live
Finally.
dangerously. Hit me, sir. You're a 20.
He finally gave up on he was betting hardcore on the Pinewood Derbies locally. It was a problem.
Yeah, things I don't understand at all.
You sure you want to hit? You're on 20. You got
Listen, you gotta glue an extra quarter on the bottom of it. That's how you get the wins.
You know who I am? I'm undeniable. I'm Sean.
Yo, shout out Outcast Avenger, who might be working right now, who didn't get to play it all last season, who ran the weekend tournaments for everybody.
What a champ.
Yes,
dude. I want to give a massive shout out to Outcast Avenger, who might be working through all of this. So I know we can't play next season either. But yeah, that dude's the man. When I think of our league, and it's just, he's undeniable. It really is.
He's always on it. He's like a perfect embodiment of everything that is great about this league. And also, I might add, he's like the only person that ever likes all of the weird music that I put in the boom boom room. So thank you, Outcast, for making me not feel so bad.
It's awesome. All right, let's go play video games, boys.
Let's go play video games, everybody. Have yourself a great WrestleMania weekend. We will be coming
good night, everyone.
At you live. I don't know when, because now we're on a little break. But be sure to watch the scouting.
The draft match, dude. It's going to be coming.
It'll be probably
I've already uploaded
2
everything.
weeks, I think.
Please, for the love of God, somebody pick Mankind. Please.
You know what?
We
should maybe we let the community decide the members. Maybe we change it up a little bit.
Ooh, that could be fun.
Ooh, I kind of like that. We'll figure it out.
Also
a little drum, so who knows?
Lots of people were saying lots of things.
They were saying things.
All right. Take care, everybody. We appreciate you watching. Shout out to everybody that made season 6 what it was. That's the wrong screen to put it on. Go have a great Friday night. We will be back soon after a little brief hiatus. We'll be bringing you the wrestling match and then the draft. It'll be right around the corner. Hell yeah. Have a great night, everybody. Peace.